Hello everyone, we're back with the Great Ace Attorney Resolve. My microphone is working, okay? I've got to double check that. Last time I guess it wasn't plugged in all the way, so the light on my microphone, like there's a little red light, was lit up, but it wasn't actually like working. Okay, so last time I almost fell asleep on camera. We finished the, what do you call it? The Sholmes' Fun Hour? Yeah, that's what it's called. And now we're gonna pin the crime on Natsume. Call it a day. Not again! Not again! Not again! Not again! I hope we bring him back to Britain for like the final case and he gets accused of murder there. Well then, Mr. Natsume. It appears you're gonna have to accompany me down to the yard. Again. But wait! Hold your horses! Hold me? Yes. Door key locked! Entry exit entirely impossible! He's so flustered he's being even stranger than normal. Is that possible? What, you think that's an alibi? You could have just made a copy. What? That's not allowed, it's a mystery novel. You can't do that. Live in the same building after all. They'd have plenty of opportunity, I'm sure. What? Misery me! Sorry, sir. Don't get your chance to give your side of the story later. That's how they said tell it to the judge, you know, a century ago. The facts speak for themselves, Mr. Mustache. You horrible Erlock Sholmes! I mean, it was all me this time, actually. Like, Sholmes is just gonna pin it on, like, anyone. He really has found himself an arch rival now, hasn't he? Come on now, no dilly-dallying. Outside, there's a carriage waiting. Welcome, student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. I never imagined I'd be in this position again, but you have to help me, please, please. I'm innocent. All right, I understand. We'll come to your cell later and talk about it. And one more thing. Oh, yes? My poor little kitty cat. Oh, please give him his breakfast for me. I wonder if this case is gonna introduce how they actually like got a hold. Remember, they left. Well, Natsume left the cat, right? And so his evil curse apparently unbroken. Just like Isan found himself once again the prime suspect in the case of murder. Thanks to the incriminating detection of the great detective. My dear fellow, that honor belongs to you! Yeah, see, I said last time, yeah, if I kept going for like 3 more minutes, would have a good stopping point, but well, at least that means Inspector Gregson is no longer here. We can examine the crime scene in more detail now. Yes, that's right. And of course. What? Have you forgotten what the inspector mentioned before? It's the landlord, Mr. Garadeb, who discovered Mr. Shakespeare. Mr. John Garadeb, yes. He might not be too friendly to us, you know. Well, I think we can find him in the sitting room on the top of the floor as usual. Yay. Let's remember to go and talk to him later then. So remember, he was one of the jurors back in case 5, right? I wonder if there's any foreshadowing of this case back then. Anyway. Poor man, so young to die. Suppose this is very painful, being poisoned? I don't know. All you can do is hope that he'll be reborn to a better life. Suppose you're right. Wonder that putting our hands together in a Japanese prayer will help a British soul? Sorry? Oh no, prayers are, they have a strict region locking function. Make sure I reference that they're ready for just such an occasion as this, actually. Book is entitled The Beginner's Guide to Praying for the Departed, the British Way. Yeah, so you need to get the EU server version. I'll just read it now, one moment. But it's fine on that book. Look, there's a book for everything. Okay, nothing on the body, but teacup? Well, the teacups that we drank from last night. Don't go drinking from them. There's bitter poison inside. Well, we don't know that yet. I'm planning on drinking any, don't worry. Cups are both empty. That's true. The one was Mr. Shakespeare's. The other must be the cup that Mr. Natsume is drinking from. The sake wasn't poison, of course. Perhaps we should take these so we can examine them in more detail later. Yeah, I assume we can examine them. Short record. See anything in them. They're both scratched up though. Different colors too. Can't find anything out of place. Okay, okay. Nothing underneath them. Inside? Okay, okay. Staying on the inside. Tea does that, I'm afraid. Even green tea. Really, I don't notice. Okay, we're just bantering. Wonder, are the colors gonna be referenced at all? Oh, wait. Oh, I guess one's stained, one isn't. But not too much drinking from the unstained one. So Mr. drank the contents before the tea had a chance to leave the mark. I wonder if that's what, like if they were both poisoned and that's why, you know, ice cube method. Okay, Naruhodo's talking about how he drinks his tea. Okay, there's no tea ring on the inside of Natsume's cup. Okay. I assume that's it. I don't know if it's because I'm thinking about it, but I'm already starting to feel a little tired. Look at these extravagant bright costumes. Somehow they look out of place in this room, with its grim, shady going-ons. It looks like a king's attire. King? Well, he's dreamt of being a king. Be more suited to a feudal lord, a daimyo or such. What's the difference from like a daimyo and like a shogun? I don't know. Oh yeah, Ryunosuke does have a sword. I forgot about that little detail. Here we have another. Oh, this one has a thing this time. Fortunately, a large machine. Like a meter or something. They put money in it for like gas, right? Or like heat or whatever. It's a gas meter, I think. Yep. Pay for gas with coins. I remember this from case 4. There's a slot here that looks like it would take a coin. Put a coin in here. That's right. They buy you about 2 hours of gas for lights and heating. You're a poor person with no money, you'd have to sleep in the freezing cold. That's brutish for you. Or if you're scatterbrained with no change because you forgot to exchange your money at the bank. Goodness, there's no meter in our office. Lamp? Oh yeah. The gas wall light. Connected to a gas pipe in the wall. And then release a city of gas. Daredevil had an open fire on the top floor, didn't it? Oh yeah, they had a fireplace. We're hosting a gas stove up there. Why is it playing the evidence sound effect for that? Is that relevant? But what's the point of look around here, really? They couldn't fit in. Okay. It's some sort of makeshift stage, I think. Where's the audience at though? He just says it for funsies. Actors aspiring to the great stage must practice their art, with or without an audience. If they're unrelated alone, perhaps you should set up a mock bench for the defense in your office. What, so you can practice his hold-its? Practice your art every single day. I'll think about it. Oh. History. Promise to don a beard and play the role of the judge. I'd like to see that. If you help you achieve your goal. This I have to see. We were promised this. We can't take it back now. There's gotta be something else. Oh, the window, of course. The window is completely bricked up. Vestige of the former window tax that Britons had to pay. Strange thing they used to tax in Great Britain. In making people pay for the number of windows they bought on a property. Extraordinary. Heartbreaking to think of the poor having to block up their windows just to avoid an unaffordable tax. Oh, you know, I had the window tax thing come up in real life. I was at the dentist, and like, okay, this is kind of weird. I was at the dentist, right? And my dentist guy, he was just staring at a painting on the wall, well, like a picture on the wall that he took. He had been to Ireland, right? And it was a picture of a church, and one of the windows was like bricked up. And he was like, huh, why is that bricked up? Like, you'd think he would have noticed this before, because like he took this picture, like, I think like, I don't know, like a year ago or something, right? And the whole time I had like a thing in my mouth, so I couldn't talk. When I was like, let me talk, let me have useless trivia, please. But like, you know, I'm at the dentist and like I had a thing in my mouth, I couldn't talk. But yeah, Ireland had the tax too. I looked it up afterwards. Well, I think their years are different. So I mean, it depends on the age of the church, obviously. That's one solution to that mystery. What is it, Miss Susato? If you look closely, number of bricks are loose. Oh, that is actually important. Soap? Look, an amateur's broken out a few of them just here. Hamster who did it? A lodger renting this. Look at this. Outside there's a little ledge. There's something on it. That's where he kept his meals. Kept him cool. You don't want to eat warm soap. Gross. We gotta look through this gap. It did snow all last night. It would be cold. More importantly, whenever there's snow-covered lumps. More bars of soap! What are bars of soap doing lined up on a ledge outside the window? I have no idea. A pair of them look rather charming like that. It's very strange, isn't it? Bars of soap lined up outside the window. Perhaps we should take one. There are two after all. I guess steal the soap? Suppose we could. Here at the soap. Something in it? What is that? There's a patch that's a different color. Sort of transparent, but with a fancy design, I suppose. Only in Great Britain. Looks like the Hinomaru flag. Is that just like the... Well... No, the new one is the... When I Google Hinomaru. Because the flag back then was the one that, is like the rising sun, I think? Okay, so that flag already existed back then. Okay. Yeah, so the flag we know today was made in 1868. What's the one that they used during World War II then? Expensive? What's it doing in this ramshackle old room? Bar of soap has been added. Okay. Gonna examine that obviously. Check an OBS to make sure it's still working. Oh, oops. Oh, wait, hold on. I want to see their, there's 31. Look at that smile. She's 20. Okay. Court record. Okay, I guess Ace Attorney just makes me tired now. What is this? It's a different color. Was he smuggling? I don't know. Smuggling balls and soap? We're not gonna take it out? We're just gonna look at it? Okay. Anything over here? How much on these shelves is there? Yeah, both glasses are cracked. Remind me of the Reaper, that's all. Oh yeah, is it gonna be the prosecutor this time? I know this game has a second prosecutor. Remember, this happened back in the first game. YouTube recommended me on Ace Attorney All Prosecutors theme video, and I just clicked on it. He's like, why wouldn't I click on it, right? I was like, oh, big spoilers for Great Ace Attorney 2. Don't listen to this if you... I was like, I'm out of here. Bye. Well, speaking of, YouTube has just been recommending me Great Ace Attorney 2 music. Like, I am now know. There is a doctor character with an evil sounding name. I'm like, it's like Dr. Sith or something. I forget what. Because YouTube won't stop recommending me stuff. So Reckless is the swang glasses. Every time I hit not interested, don't show me more. And I've gotten like two or three more. So if Dr. Sith turns out to be like a big plot twist, I'm sorry. Maybe his name is... The name you're presented as is Dr. Jedi, and it's like a big twist. He's Dr. Star Wars? Anyone? Star Wars? You guys know Star Wars, right? You've heard of... I don't know where I'm going with this. Get me out, go, run. Is there anything else here? His underwear? Hat? I thought it would like say, oh hey, you're done here now. Guess we do have a, a second place to be. Anything with the body thing on the ground, maybe? Oh, it's M. Oh. You can't examine what... Oh! What is this? That's what I said. Looks like part of an envelope. Oh, I thought it was glass. You may be right. Perhaps it was torn off when the letter is opened. That's significant? Oh, it's a little out of place. You look around the room. No sign of a letter. The rest of the envelope, in fact, is there. And here we have a torn off end of an envelope. Strikes me as unusual. Better take this just in case. Torn off envelope. No writing or anything on it? There we go. See, that's what I was waiting for. Looks like you're having a good snoop around, eh? Chin guy? Oh no, hey Gregson. Dr. Gregson! Back so soon? After I threw that little Japanese fellow in the clink, one reported this to the investigation of it. 5 minutes time, this place will be cordoned off by the yard. I see. Well, we better be leaving then. We're just gonna take all this evidence you haven't looked at so we can present it in court later. Poor Mr. Natsume must be feeling very low, being back in a cell again so soon. I'm sure. What? Okay. We should probably go and... What's wrong, Mr. Naruhodo? Yeah! Okay, out, brief candle. Life's but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage, that is heard no more. I'm not very familiar with Shakespeare. I don't think. Now, how said at the next part? Hold on. I think. Where's history? There we go. I feel like that's a misquote. Don't quote me on that. Or him on that, for that matter. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. Indeed! Oh, happy day! Oh, okay, he's dead. Okay. Walking Dead! No, it's Ace Attorney. That's a comic book series with a TV show and a franchise of games. The fella isn't dead at all? You'd think they would have checked that. What's the nonsense he was saying though? I think this is from William Shakespeare's Macbeth. Oh, was it actually? A soliloquy from Act 5, Scene 5. So you see, I was supposed to read Macbeth for school. I think I read like the first act and then I just looked up what the rest in Spark Notes. The only Shakespeare I've actually read is like half of A Midsummer's Night Dream a couple years ago. I was reading it and then I just never finished it. Shakespeare. So it was. The victim, Mr. William Shakespeare, came back to life. The man had indeed been poisoned. It transpired that it had killed him. He was taken by emergency carriage to a nearby hospital for treatment. Natsume keeps getting like anyone who doesn't die, he's guilty of not killing. Inspector Gregson evicted us from the scene of the crime, whatever that now was. Hi, Chin Guy! Briar Road. Whatever do you think will happen now? Good question. But a strange situation for Mr. Natsume. Arrested for murder, the victim comes back to life. I think perhaps the victim was never dead in the first place. It seems very likely that Mr. Shakespeare did consume poison, as we deduced. But was it an accident, attempted suicide, or attempted murder? Was it an accident? Till the truth can be established, I imagine the police will keep Mr. Natsume in custody. Suppose so. But it doesn't come to anything more than a night in the cells. Oh, what's this? What's this man doing over there? Looks like he's trying to see Saseki's lodgings. Something wrong, Mr. Naruhodo? Excuse me, could we have a word? Ah! Yeah, strike a pose! Look how cool. He just ran off. No, he disappeared. Feel sure that I've seen that man somewhere before. Where was it? I do too, but dude, it was in case 4. Come on, it's been months for me. It's been like 1 day for you. Or 2 days, I think, actually. Yes, is that soap? Was that there in the case 4? I don't think it was. All the windows are bricked up. Yeah. Window tax. I remember. My dentist needs to know though about the window tax. Okay, I guess we can't look at that. Bicycle. Oh, we're supposed to go talk to John Garrideb, aren't we? I think. Oh, and not to main prison. Garrideb first, since you know we're there. Or actually, Ryunosuke's like, oh, let's go, run to the prison, then run back here. Here we go again. We're here because Mr. Garrideb's the one who discovered the incident this morning, don't forget. Ah, you chaps, eh? Yes, good morning, sir. Thank you for your cooperation in court yesterday. Quite a trial. Much for Mr. Garrideb as anyone here. Get him straight back here after all that business at the Bailey yesterday. Didn't expect to wake up to more baldy, I remember this nonsense this morning. Wonder if you wouldn't mind telling us exactly what happened, Mr. Garrideb. Yes, I suppose you'd like to know about the dead loss of an actor chap in the ground floor. Those were exactly Inspector Gregson's words, weren't they? Is that what he'd say? Hello, he's standing. Oh, what? Oh, good verse. Oh my god. Must have been a real shock for you this morning. Here you discovered what had happened. Ah, well, that hopeless actor chap rises at 5 o'clock sharp every morning without fail. 5:30 this morning, started on the gas. Needed his money. I went down and knocked on his door. No baldy answer. That's when he broke into his room by kicking down the door? Well, I called on that rum-looking Japanese chap to do the groundwork, of course. Wasn't it a little premature to kick the door down? Man could have just overslept by half an hour. Very true, Mr. Naruhodo. 30 minutes silver sleeping warranted such behavior. After you kick your door down every morning. Well, you know, oh, better to be safe than sorry and all that. Just me, or is he avoiding our gaze now all of a sudden? He threw more stuff out the window and he's worried that like it curved into his room. But that was a sorry situation indeed that you found on the far side of the door. Mr. Shakespeare. Can we tell him that he's not dead? Victim's name is Mr. Shakespeare. Is that right? It's William Shakespeare. Took the ground floor room 3 months ago. And how would you describe him? In a word, destitute. Destitute? Well, let's face it. Only redeeming feature of that room was the cheap rent. Anyone wanting to live in a place like that is either broke or has a bally screw loose. So hard to choose which category Soseki would fall into. Well, I mean, both. Both work. Naruhodo, that's a little. How do you read my thoughts? He's doing research as well. Research? No what? Shakespeare, of course. Shakespeare. Read a few plays in the old barn myself, you know? Oh, read a few. Romeo and Hamlet and all that. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yes, William Shakespeare is England's most highly regarded classical playwright and author. He's known as his sound Japanese. Oh yeah, of course I knew that, as you know. Many of his works have already been translated. Seems incredible that Shakespeare was shortened to Sao, though. Someone was too heavy-handed there. A lot of cost. Do you think, back then there were Japanese people saying, oh yeah, the translation for this sucks. If you want to experience Shakespeare, you gotta read the original English translation. Which is, I mean, at least partly true, because there's, like, well, I know Shakespeare uses a lot of, what iambic pentameter? Pentameter? Is that how you say it? Is that translated into Japanese at all? I don't know. A lot of costumes in the victim's room, actually, weren't there? Of course, Mr. Natsume is a scholar of English literature as well. I know what iambic pentameter is. Don't you look at me like, oh, that guy doesn't even know what iambic pentameter is. Isn't pentameter? I think you say it all fancy, like pentameter. Imagine he and Mr. Shakespeare would have had much in common. Shakespeare interpretation disagreement leads to shocking murder. Hope it's not that. Mr. Naruhodo? Really? How rude. Yesterday's events. After Natsume's trial, you came straight back here, I believe, didn't you? Did you notice anything strange between then and this morning? Well now, it was around about 6 in the evening by the time I got home. Snow was coming down rather heavily, as I remember. It was completely dark already. The failed active chap was out at the time. Mr. Garrett had noticed there's no light from his room or couldn't summon the energy for anything much, so just sat in front of the fire up here. It was after 8 before Shakespeare got back. Chap was up till past 1 in the morning, I'll have you know. But, so you know he has a fire up here? Do you think he's like leeching off the gas that they're paying for to light his fire or something? And that's why when he didn't light the fire at exactly 5, he was like, hey, it's cold up here. Suppose he might have said sometime after that. I was asleep by then, so I'm rather in the dark there. Well, thank you. It was very illuminating. Is everything alright, Miss Susanoo? Well, let's just think he's a little strange, that's all. Mr. Garridub, you're up here in your room all evening, if I understood correctly. Not a big fan of stairs. Not with its blasted leg. Then, how is it that you seem to know? The precise movements of your tenant on the ground floor, I mean. Ah! That's a very good point. Can't imagine you could hear noises from the ground floor all the way up here. Does this old man like to spy on his tenants? Is that it? I say, I know what you're thinking. It's a poly outrage. I'm ex-military, don't you know? Don't go around spying on my tenants. Why would I? How do you know, Mr. Garridub? It's the gas woman! The gas tells me everything. The gas? Speaking gas? What on earth do you mean, sir? How can the gas tell you everything, let alone anything, let alone everything? As you're probably aware, the gas is supplied to the building by pipes. I've more or less worked that out, yeah. Actually, they have a guy that sucks it in with a straw and then shoots it out. Every room in the building is connected by a single pipe to the gas main outside. The gas company supplies gas to properties via the main. Yes, I understand that too. Let me see if I can explain. Let's say I were to light the gas. Well, no, he has a fireplace. How could he? Well, I mean, no, it's burning wood, so that wouldn't work. If he was putting the gas in there, that would just light his whole place on fire, wouldn't it? Never mind, ignore that thought. Let me see if I can explain. Let's say I was to light the gas lamps up here. What do you suppose would happen? Well, obviously the room would get brighter. Exactly. But at the same time, the lights in all the other rooms of the house would dim for a moment. What? They dim? Why? This is because when you light a gas lamp, briefly it uses more gas than usual. That reduces the amount of gas in the pipe for the other lamps that are connected to it. That might explain why the other lamps dim momentarily, mightn't it? Yes, of course! Everything's connected to a single supply pipe. Okay, this is going to be very, very important, I can tell. That's supposed to happen though? Sounds rather undesirable. Jolly good point. Fact is, the gas company pipes in these parts are pretty hopeless. Long worn out. Barely got any gas in them to start with. Opposite's also true, of course. Extinguish the lamps up here and they glow brighter in the rest of the house. Ah, right, I see. By watching the flickering of the lamps in one room, you determine what's happening elsewhere. You've got it. Why did they play the evidence sound for the fireplace up here, though? That fireplace is hiding something. Look at that. Look at it hiding behind Susanoo, mocking us, taunting us, snickering. Of course, because people come back home in the evening before they go to sleep at night. What they're guaranteed to do is either light or put out their lamps and fires. Clever. Well, clever. Point of fact, the room on the ground floor and the one above it use slightly different amounts of gas. Oh god, we're gonna have to measure the gas amounts. Watching the lights in here closely, you can work out almost exactly what's going on in the whole house. Gosh, that's fascinating, Mr. Garridub. Absolutely fascinating. Also, you need a hobby. Oh well, nothing to it really. Can't really say that it's going to help us with the case either. What I'd like to know, why Mr. Garridub is so interested in what his tenants are up to in the first place. I feel like there's more to it than idle curiosity. Well, done as much investigating here as we can, I think. First we gotta go to the prison, yeah. Good idea. Yeah. Is that all the investigating we have to do? There he is! He's player watching himself, but he can't stand in the corner, so he's just on the wall. Mr. Natsume, have the police finished questioning you now? Oh, if you came here early, was he being questioned? Locum student, Mr. Naruto Esquire! Oh, yes? What is he? Tell me. Is he a ghost? Is he here to haunt me? Let me guess. You're talking about Mr. Sholmes? Or what about the guy who's not dead? He actually calls himself a great detective, Mr. Natsume, not a ghost. But his diabolic deductions, they're not of this world. They've left me. Cursed! I'm cursed, I tell you. Well, that sort of hurts. Credit where credit is due, Mr. Naruto. You're heavily involved in the detection too. Yes, moving on. We have some wonderful news. Oh? The victim that we all thought was dead has come back to life again. So you're free to go. Now in the absolutely worst case, you could only be tried for attempted murder. That's great, isn't it, Mr. Natsume? It's terrible! Oh. I'm stuck in this cell, suffering for some silly, wrong end of the stick. You didn't you? Confess, you're a killer. Why the mustache? Constant questions! Hey, I think it looks good on you, dude. Keep it. Sorry to hear that. Oh, that selfish shyster. Make up your mind. Are you dead or alive? The volleyball game? You're gonna come back to life? Why bother dying? Wickedly wishy-washy William. Well, it seems likely that Mr. Shakespeare is never actually dead in the first place. He's upset he's alive. You should have died! Ah, yes, that might make sense. Please said he's alive, of course. Our lively debate last night was much fun. He said I think it was our last. Oh. Oops. Mr. Natsume, does this mean that you did see the victim last night? You met with Mr. Shakespeare, didn't you? No, of course not. Not saying another word. Demand to have a lawyer present. Well, I'm here. Who do you think I am? Please, Mr. Natsume, we need to hear your side of the story. We don't want a repeat of case 1 where it would have been half as long as if we just talked to her ahead of time. Why am I cursed like this? Was this the prison theme in the last game? I don't remember the last games. I like this though. What happened? Can you tell us exactly what happened last night then, Mr. Natsume? There's nothing to tell. But, Mr. Naruto Esquire, eternally grateful to you for helping me with that accursed case yesterday. Case with the poor Miss Green hospitalized. Yeah. Sad to believe that was only yesterday. Feels like it was several months ago. A whole game ago. When the trial was over, I trudged my weary way back to my lowly lodgings. That evening, at past 9, Mr. Ben, I visited Mr. Shakespeare. So you did go to the victim's room. As we feared. I didn't do anything wrong. Never been to his room before. It's the first time. What made you decide to go? Bumped into him when I arrived back at the house. We got chatting, and developed into a discussion. He had to go out, so I bade him farewell. Ties in with what Mr. Garrett said. Went out and came back after 8. But again later that evening at around 9, or just after, where he took him some nice tea I'd brewed as a gift. It was you who brought the tea that I'd clearly been drunk to the scene then. Oh, so you were discussing the works of Shakespeare, were you? Yeah, yes, that's right. That's exactly right. Romeo and Juliet. I thought it was who was stronger? They were having a power scaling discussion. You know, I think Romeo, he's obviously B tier, right? But however, I think Macbeth is an easy S tier. Like, you don't get stronger than Macbeth. It's a delightful debate. Oh, but however, Titania is actually EX tier. She's even higher than Macbeth. But Oberon, you see, Oberon is I don't know where I'm going with this. But Robin Goodfellow, obviously Robin Goodfellow is actually the strongest. I'm sure. Such a stimulating subject, Shakespeare. And the debate became very heated, so he slipped poison into Mr. Shakespeare's tea. No! Never! Not at all! Team Juliet won! That was me! When I left his room, the flamboyant fellow was fighting fit! I swear it, categorically! Cursed existence. You have to say the same thing about yourself, I've noticed. You have a cursed existence. Sure, I mentioned this to you before, but I've been here in Great Britain for a year now. In that time, I've learned that it's no place for me. It can be very trying to live in a foreign land and adapt to the ways of another culture. There are foreigners everywhere I look. They all stare at me. Well, actually, you're the foreigner, actually. They're all just like, they're not foreign because they live in... They all laugh. That's the impression I get whenever I go out. Makes me scared to leave my room. That's why I've become a recluse. Even in my room, I find no respite from my fears. I've moved more times than I can remember. Then 1 week ago, I moved into Briar Road. But why? Why did you choose that place? It seems very... Wait. He's only been living here for a week? Okay. He's been in the country for months though, right? I feel like, as I remember, he was supposed to be here for like a year or like 2 years or 3 years or something, and like right at the end of his tenure or whatever you want to call it. Yes, the rent is cheap. I have so little money, it spoke to me. The rent? Obviously there's a reason why it's cheap. It's the room is cursed. Cursed? Cursed how? Previous occupant, man who lived there before he took the room, died there. Oh no! Actually, like these murders, it's just a gas leak in the room. And the guy woke up because we opened the window. How stupid would that be? He's only a young man, but one morning he was found dead. No one can explain why. Surely no one would want to live in a room with a history like that. I would if it's cheap. I didn't. The letting agent recommended the place. I wavered. But I want books! And books cost money! Horrible history is a small price to pay. I realized you would mean I could buy more books. I signed the lease like lightning. Brave? You blinkered. After I moved in, I soon came to realize what I'd done. I realized how horrible that room's history really was. Gosh, was it really so awful? Horrible history. How did the room's horrible history affect you, Mr. Natsume? What happened? At first, just a feeling of beady eyes boring into my back, watching me. He might have just... Wait, whose eyes are those eyes? We're having the Chaos Child crossover event? You think that might have just been your mind playing tricks on you? No. My mind doesn't know any tricks. Or someone else. It's been one long nightmare ever since I was given the keys to the place. A nightmare? Having bad dreams, you mean? All the souls who died in that room lean over me in my sleep and try to strangle me. It really is horrible. And now that I come to think of it, happened again last night too. Very same night that Mr. Shakespeare was writhing in agony from the poison in his body, I was on the verge of being suffocated silently by those miserable spirits in my room. We must move out of that room as soon as possible. Yes, you're right. I know it. And that's why I'm already searching for the next room with a history to call home. What if it really is just like a gas leak? And like, because the lights weren't on in Soseki's room at that time, because he was in Shakespeare's room, like the gas leak got like too strong in the one room. I think perhaps we should try to avoid a combination with any kind of history at all. Otherwise, hear that you yourself may become history. Ooh, Sato knows how to make the man listen. Hold on. Of course, Mr. Lord of the Manor is worried about the curse on my room as well. Being Mr. Garridum? Yes, he knows that if people keep dying there, he'll never be able to rent it out again. That's true. Everyone wouldn't go near the place. Ah, perhaps. That may explain why the landlord pays so much attention to the gas lamps and his tenants' movements. You mean, he's worried about their well-being? Oh, he's actually just a nice guy? Well, no, I mean, it's economically minded niceness. They seem to have an unusually keen interest in the amount of gas in the pipes. Must be a reason why he keeps such close tabs on the occupants of his let rooms. What do you mean, he pays so much attention to the gas lamps? Oh, dear. No, it's nothing to do with you, Mr. Natsume. Please forget I said anything. Oh, now you're talking about me behind my back as well. What's important is that Mr. Shakespeare isn't in fact dead at all. Once he comes around and he's able to tell us what happened, we'll be able to get you released. Yes, please. Well, I do hope you're right. Excuse me. Hey, Gregson. That's good timing. Inspector Gregson! This isn't gonna go to trial, right? The case is over? Couldn't up overhearing what you just said. On that note, I have the good news and some bad news. Oh, what do you want to hear first? Always, every time, the bad news comes first. When hope is all you have, hold on to it. That's my guiding principle. Right, well, in that case, good news it is. That's just mean. Huh? Sorry, it's a lot easier to explain everything that way. What do you ask me for my preference? As you might have heard, the victim, Mr. Shakespeare, is just unconscious. He's coming around now. Yes, we saw it happen in all its terrifying glory. Still being treated by the doctors. I should get a written statement from him already. Oh, isn't that wonderful, Mr. Natsume? Is it going to be in the same room as Olive Green? Well, thank goodness. It's all over then. Can leave this somber cell. Sorry, no. It's not on the cards. What? Why have you done, Inspector? Mr. Shakespeare has implicated someone that's been responsible for what happened last night. Implicated someone? Oh dear! You don't mean this is how he makes sure that Team Romeo wins. He has to take Team Juliet out. Sorry to say I do, yes. Pointed the finger at you, Mr. Natsume. My sweet poison gets to end my life. That wickedest kite thief, Soseki Natsume. No! Fred, you'll be appearing in court as planned. We wanted to make the necessary preparation. And so, once again, Soseki-san found himself having to take the dock in the Old Bailey. Whether the room was haunted, whether he was just terribly unlucky, I knew I had no choice. Following day, I had to represent him in court, do my utmost to break the curse that blighted him. We continue? There we go. It takes a while to show up. Ooh, okay. How long was that? 42 minutes, perfect length. I don't know what like the preferred length for like a viewer is, but in my head I always think like the 45-minute mark is about perfect for a video. 30 is a little too short, an hour is a little too long, like so 45 hits the sweet spot. Anyway, I am exhausted. I don't know why. Like, is it Ace Attorney doing this to me? Is it the gas leak from Soseki's apartment? Is it? I don't know. So I'm gonna go do a pro gamer move and take a midday nap before I have to go do stuff later today. So I will see you guys next time. Bye.